Hello, my name is Israel Calderon, and today I'm going to go over the user maintenance for the Tissue-Tek Smartwrite cassette, slide, and autoloader. In today's video, we will discuss operator maintenance for weekly and monthly cleaning. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so for the Tissue-Tek Smartwrite slide printer, there is no daily cleaning, but there's a weekly cleaning or weekly maintenance that can be performed. It's cleaning the rollers, which are inside the instrument. I'll point those out once we get a different view, and also cleaning the print head with the cleaning pen. So on the front, we have the power button. So power off, power on. We also have the slide button. So when you press the button, you hear the inside mechanism moving, and that just moves the rollers, which I'll show you how to clean in the next portion of the video. And then you have where you insert your magazine with the slides. So you can stack up the slides here. Open up the magazine and fill up the cartridge with slides. Close it back up. Goes into the unit. Now sometimes if the slides can't get pulled in for printing, sometimes it might be because it's really heavy, maybe it's full or has too many slides. Try decreasing the slides a little bit. Also, you can do is take out the cartridge, and with a clean glove, you can manually fan the slides to help separate them. Sometimes they get stuck due to the environment of the lab. Maybe it's too dry, too humid. Quality of the slides also affect it. Or the other thing you could do is get a can of compressed air and just blow into the stack to help separate the slides as they're getting printed, so that way when the roller goes in to pull a slide, it can easily pull it out from the stack. So once the slide is printed, it will come out from the bottom. You can pull this out a little bit, and then the slide will be resting here, and you could pull out the slides and go from there. Use those the printed slides, and then put that back in. Also, you have this button here. So this is more of a release. It releases the top of the slide printer cover, and then from there you could just open it more and get access to the inside of the unit. And on this bottom here, on the side, you can pull out this bottom tray, and it has, it'll most likely contain either full slides or broken slides. You can empty this tray out in the sharps container. Once it's empty, you can go ahead and put it back in. Just push it until it goes all the way in there. Cleaning plan is included with the Smartwrite printer, and I will show you how to clean the print head in the next portion of the video. On the part of the weekly maintenance is to clean the print head, and you have your cleaning pen. So what you want to do is get the cleaning pen and clean the actual head. So you want to do a pass this way and a pass back. Give it a few seconds to dry, and that's the entire cleaning process. So what this does is it takes away any little dust or debris that's accumulated, or maybe even a very small piece of ribbon that might be stuck on a print head, and it might affect the quality of the prints for the slides. So by doing this, you're cleaning the print head and improving the print quality. Okay, for the monthly maintenance of the Smartwrite printer, we have, on top of cleaning the print head with the cleaning pen, we also have, it's a cleaning paper. This is also included with the Smartwrite printers. And I'll show you how to clean that print head in the next portion of the video as well. There's also a chip reader that reads the ribbons, the ones that are used for printing of the slides. And those chip readers also can be cleaned. I'll show you that. And also there's a chip on the cartridge, the slide cartridge. I'll show you that here. If you turn this around, there is a chip reader here, so that needs to make contact inside on the contact points. So sometimes when this is dirty, it also needs a little bit of cleaning. You can clean both this chip and the chip reader with a little bit of alcohol, so you get like a pad and just kind of slightly brush the chip and the chip reader and allow it to dry, and then go ahead and insert the cartridge back into place. Also, there is, sometimes you have broken glass. Slides sometimes might get stuck and they break inside the unit. So for that, once we open up the inside, I'll show you how to get a little bit more access and review and get into the unit to take out some of the slides that might get caught in there. There's also exterior cleaning of the unit that can be performed. Again, don't spray directly on the unit. Spray the cleaning detergent on a cloth or a towel, and then go ahead and clean the exterior. Never clean or never spray near the buttons or the logo either. It might smear away depending on what kind of cleaning detergent you're using. Okay, so we now have access to the inside of the slide printer. So as we can see, we have our ribbon, and that ribbon makes contact with the chip reader. The ribbon also has a chip, so it needs to make contact with the chip reader. So the ribbon goes onto the roller. You can see there is also a key on the roller here. So you have to line up the key to the hole there in order for it to be in place. Same goes to the other side of the roller. So what you want to do is to remove the ribbon, just push, hold the chip reader, and then pull the ribbon out. That's how you would get access to the contacts, the chip reader there. Just want to inspect them, make sure they're not bent. Sometimes when the ribbon is inserted, those pins might get bent a little bit. So just take a quick look, make sure they're not bent or deformed in any way. Also, when you're inserting the ribbon back, there's a chip here, so make sure the chip is not damaged. Just clean it if needed. And also, there is a right and wrong way to put in the ribbon back. So if you can see here, the smaller part of the chip is here, and then this side here is the thicker part. So when you're putting it back, just remember the small side goes down, and then it lines up, and then you turn the roller to make it go back into this key. So the key, or the hole, I'm sorry. So the key is on the roller, and then the hole's on the ribbon. It just has to line up when it's inserted back into place so it can snap, and that'll be your indication that you've inserted the ribbon correctly. Okay, so to clean the rollers, you can get a cotton swab and get a little bit of alcohol on it. And you see a roller here and a couple here, and there's another one back here. So what you want to do is on the front of the Smartwrite printer, the slide glass button, press and hold it, and that will make the rollers move. And from there, it makes it easy just to move the cotton swab back and forth on the entire roller area. And you do that with all of the rollers. This button also helps you move a slide that might be stuck inside the printer. So by moving the rollers, you'll be moving the slide, and that way you can have access. This is where you can have access to slides that get stuck. If they don't fall into the slide tray, you can always view them from here and move them, and then get them to go either all the way back out or in, and then you can use the slide button as well to move them. So once you've cleaned the rollers, you can put back the ribbon, and remember, just again, put the ribbon it goes in there a specific way, so make sure you have it in there correctly. So it's in there now, and then you can spin it, and there's the click. So that one, now you can see here, it all aligned properly, so the ribbon's back in place. Now sometimes the ribbon might break, and this is caused when the print head is a little bit too hot, and after a few prints, the ribbon, it breaks the ribbon because there's too much heat during each print. If it does break, you could also take out the other part of the ribbon, and same thing, there's a key there, or the hole, I'm sorry, and it goes on the key, and once you turn it and it snaps in, you know it's on there. But back to the ribbon, if it breaks, you can get a little bit of Scotch tape, put both pieces together just to get the ribbon back in one piece. Put the ribbon back in, and as you can see here, the key's coming towards the hole, snapped in, and it's back in place. Then you want to just spin it a few times, and then you can proceed to print again. So part of the monthly maintenance is to actually use the cleaning paper. And the cleaning paper you want to do lightly with the pink side to the print head, and very lightly just go back and forth a few times. And this one's pretty clean, but sometimes you'll get a little bit of a darker spot here. But basically indicates that you've cleaned the print head. And once you cleaned it, it's a more in-depth cleaning. So once you finish with the cleaning paper, then give it the same one pass, two pass with the cleaning pen, and give it a few seconds, let it dry. Then you can close back the top cover and go ahead and continue your slide printing. So the weekly maintenance for the Smartwrite cassette is to clean the print head with the cleaning pen. So this is our cleaning pen, and I will show you how to clean the print head in the next portion of the video. Okay, so to get to the inside of the Smartwrite cassette printer, we need to open up the top cover. So this is the release here. So that lets you open up the top cover, and now you have access to the inside of the cassette printer. Okay, so now that we have the top cover open, we can see our print head here. And to clean the print head, we're going to use our cleaning pen. So what we want to do is Again, this is the same as the Smartwrite slide where you take a pass and then one back. Wait a few seconds for it to dry, and then you can close it back up and start printing cassettes again. So now that you clean the print head, it will give you a better print quality in case you had print quality issues where it's a little blurry or you can't read it or missing some characters. That would be a good reason to clean the print head. And I will show you how to do the monthly part of the maintenance in the next portion of the video. Okay, so for the monthly maintenance now, we want to check the chip reader that reads the ribbon. There's a chip on the ribbon, so what we want to do is pull back, and as you see, the ribbon is free now. And we'll just take out the ribbon here. We could always roll it back. So now, and put that to the side there. Now you can see the contact points of the chip reader. Just want to look at those and make sure they don't look damaged. If they're damaged, sometimes it can't read the actual ribbon, the chip on the ribbon, so it won't be able to print. So you just want to make sure that these are in good shape, that they're not bent, deformed, and once those look good, you can put back the ribbon. Now to put back the ribbon, it is keyed. So as you can see, this part here, the top part is bigger than the bottom. So we want to make sure that the smaller part of that chip goes down. So it's there. Now you want to pull back the ribbon some. Also notice there's the hole here on the ribbon, and then there's a key on this part of the printer. So when that goes in, then it lines up, and now the printer is, or the ribbon is in place. So you have one here, and then you also have it on the other end of the ribbon as well. And that's how you check the chip reader for the ribbon. So the other side of the ribbon here has the same thing where you have the hole there and the key. So you can also take this out when you're checking the chip reader. Chip reader can be cleaned with a little bit of alcohol, so just let it dry before you put it back in. Once you've checked the ribbon, clean the chip hole reader, you can put back the other part of the ribbon. Just push back here, and then turn this piece until the hole lines up with the key. So there. Once you hear that snap, just roll it a few times, because we extend it a little bit, and then slowly go ahead and close. Okay, so for the monthly maintenance, you want to go ahead and clean the print head a little bit more in depth, this time with the cleaning cloth. And what you want to do is use the pink side of it, and then very lightly just go ahead back and forth a few times. You don't want to press too hard, but just a few times back and forth. And then follow that again with the cleaning pen. So you do 2 passes there. Give it a few seconds to dry. Roll back the ribbon a little bit so it's pulled. Okay, once that's completed, You can go ahead and close the top lid, and now you can go ahead and check the quality of the prints on the cassettes. Okay, for the monthly user maintenance, we want to clean the exterior of the unit. So again, get a towel or cloth, spray on the towel and cloth, and not directly on the instrument. The instrument has a screen, it also has buttons, so you don't want to spray any kind of cleaning detergent there. So go ahead and clean the exterior, clean the bottom, make sure it's nice and clean, and that would be enough for as part of the cleaning. Now, what you want to do is inspect the hoppers from time to time. So in this case, on a monthly basis, take out a hopper and just inspect the inside. The silicone strip here, that tends to wear from time to time. So make sure that there's not pieces missing or it's not peeling off. And then also just the hopper itself, make sure it's not deformed in any way, shape, or form, because if you put it in, the unit may not recognize the hopper just because it's not sliding in all the way because it's deformed now. So just verify that it is in working condition. If not, you can take this out of the rotation and replace that with a new hopper instead. So when you take out the hoppers, you also have access to some of the inside area of the autoloader. So you can check in case the picker or gripper drops a cassette, you have some access to go ahead and try to get it either with your hand or if you have some forceps, you can carefully pull out the cassette, and then that way you could retrieve that and get it out of the way. There's a moving arm in there, so if there's a cassette stuck back there, that could be the reason why the arm is not able to rotate. It could be there's a cassette that's stuck and you need to remove it before it can reset and continue to grab cassettes and then print them out. There is another area on the side to retrieve some cassettes. I will show you that in the next portion of the video. Okay, so on the side here, there is a cover that we can remove, and that's to retrieve any cassettes that are possibly stuck on the slide chute. So after the cassette's printed from the top, it slides down a chute, and sometimes, or from time to time, you might have one that gets stuck on the chute. And you can have access to that by removing this side cover here. So there's this thumb screw that you can take off. And now you have access. You can see the chute there, and you could retrieve any cassettes that may have gotten stuck there on the way down. You can take those out, make sure there's nothing else in there. So once you've cleared the portion inside, then you can go ahead, put this back on. Make sure you line it up. There. Okay, so that concludes the weekly and monthly operator maintenance for the Tissue-Tek Smartwrite. Thanks for watching.